Mac Rutherford joins me now to talk about this incredible achievement. Congratulations, Mac. It's great to see you. I first have to ask you how you feel. I mean, it's been a few days now for this record-breaking trip to settle in. When you took off in March, did you really believe that you'd be able to fly solo around the world?
Also, it was definitely quite difficult to imagine. The thing is, with this trip, I took it very step by step. I wasn't thinking, oh, in 2 months I'll finish. I was thinking tomorrow I should be in Sicily, I'll be in Crete. That's sort of how you have to approach it. But there were definitely many points in my trip where it was very difficult to imagine me actually being able to finish my journey.
Yeah, tell me about some of those moments then, because there were some hairy situations that you encountered, and one I read about that forced you to sleep on a runway on an uninhabited island in the Pacific Ocean. What happened?
Yes, so when I was flying from Japan to the US, I had to do a very long 10-hour flight because I couldn't fly through Russia. So I took off from Japan. 10 hours later, I flew over I flew over the Pacific Ocean. 10 hours later, I arrived at Attu Island, which is a tiny uninhabited island in the North Pacific. And so it was starting to get quite dark. There were low clouds. It was raining. So overall the weather wasn't too nice. But I managed to land, and on the side of the runway, I see this small shed. And I park up next to it and stay there for the night because there's nowhere else to stay. And so that was really a special experience, very different to anything I'd ever had before. But no, the next day I woke up, looked around the island a little bit. It was a very nice island, and then carried on with my journey.
Look, you've accomplished so much more than most 17 or 70-year-olds, I should say. What's next? What do you hope to do in the future?
Well, actually, in the near future, back to school. So school starts in about a week's time. So not much time to rest at all. And just gonna have to try and catch up as much as possible because I've missed quite a bit of school in my 5 month
Yeah, I
journey.
bet.